And we're back, everybody. Welcome back to the second segment with RSA, the Security Division of EMC. And we have Maura Ahuvia on the telephone line with us. And Maura is talking about Operation Card Shop, which the FBI, with a lot of international cooperation, was able to run a very successful operation overseas. So, Maura, why don't you continue on your path? You were digging into a lot of details.
Right, thanks, Joe. So I'd just like to, recall a similar operation that the FBI held several years back when I was just, starting to learn about cybercrime. This was in 2008, and an undercover FBI agent managed to work his way up to become a foreign admin or foreign administrator for a major carding site at the time called Dark Market. This was a very big deal because, working his way up to basically the highest, highest rankings that one can attain in such a venue. The FBI was able to collect massive amounts of intelligence, and in terms of preventing losses, there were $70 million in prevented losses as a result of this operation, and 56 arrests made worldwide. So it just goes to show that this isn't the first time that the FBI is holding a sting operation of this sort to target carding crimes. As far as why this is such a major accomplishment, I'd just like to, go into detail again into the 2 points I mentioned. One is the international cooperation that the FBI managed to garner. So as I said, 13 different countries were involved. Arrests were made in the U.S., UK, Bosnia, Norway, Germany, Japan. So, this is all from information that was disseminated by the FBI to, ministries of interior and law enforcement agencies in those countries. And this is a major achievement because we have seen the FBI take down cyber gangs, but, usually those kinds of arrests were specific to one location. So, for example, Operation Trident Tribunal was very specific to Ukrainian-based cyber gangs, or, Operation Ghost Click. They took down an Estonian-based gang. So now we're talking about, fraudsters, 24 fraudsters in 8 different countries, and, 13 countries that, that contributed to the investigation. So this is really a step forward for the FBI. And it's also part of a larger trend that RSA is seeing, where, there's just, law enforcement agencies are understanding that cybercrime really is global and it requires the widest kind of cooperation that's possible. This last year, the Interpol and the Europol inaugurated an information exchange platform that would allow them to better cooperate, share information in real time. In addition, Interpol held workshops for law enforcement agencies from around the world so that there would be cybercrime specialists trained to investigate this kind of crime over the world. So that's the first. That's the first point I want to make. And this is also a very big blow for the carding scene. And this will have implications how fraudsters will be behaving in the future. Needless to say, they will be much more wary of joining new forums for fear that they may turn out to be run by law enforcement and may be sting operations. And when new boards will open up, criminals will be much more wary of joining them. So they may go deeper underground. They may make joining them even harder than joining such a venue was before. So this will definitely have a ripple effect in the underground.
Wow. Sounds like this must have been some case going on, and like you said, a lot of international cooperation, because once you start, crossing borderlines of countries, a lot of different laws apply, and a lot of discussion has to go on beforehand.
Okay, could you repeat that?
No, I just said there's there seems to be, what you said, a lot of international cooperation because there were different laws for different countries.
Right.
Yeah.
Two fraudsters, all meeting up online in one venue, and that really requires, massive amounts of information, especially when you're talking about ISPs, IP addresses, email addresses. These are things that require local effort.
Yeah. All right, Maura Ahuvia, thank you very much. We certainly appreciate you coming on the show today, and we look forward to hearing from you guys next week as well. Thank you.
Very much.